If you've been thinking about moving to Northeast Ohio, or if you're already living in Northeast Ohio, then you're going to want to stick around and watch this video. Because today, I'm going to be breaking down the cost of living in Cleveland, Ohio for 2024. What's up guys? Anthony Esposito with eXp Realty, your real estate expert in the Cleveland, Ohio market area. I work with buyers, sellers, investors, and all their residential needs, specializing in the new builds and upsizing your home. If you want to know any more information on this area, take a look in the description below. I have a calendar link that's down there. Plus I have my contact information where you can call, text, email any day, any night. And also too, please don't forget, hit the subscribe button for more amazing content coming your way. With that, let's get into the cost of living for Cleveland, Ohio. So to kick it off, the total in Ohio for the cost of living is actually 11% currently below the national average. According to Numbeo, some of the numbers that they threw out there, these are averages for the whole state. It can vary depending on where you're at, but they say that it is for a family of four, you got $48,000 per year, and for a single person is around $14,000 per year. And as far as my market area, the Cleveland market area, it's 6% below the national average. So it does vary depending on where you're at in the state. Now, as far as housing goes, Northeast Ohio is actually 17% below the national average. The national median home value right now is at $431,000, where Cleveland is sitting at $357,000 roughly. So as far as your average monthly mortgage goes, on a national level, it is $2,883. Here in the Cleveland market area, we are much lower. It is $1,388. So that's a big driving factor for people that are either relocating to Ohio or kind of sticking around Ohio. Is just that cost difference is astronomical when you actually compare it to a national average. Now, granted, there's some other states that are less, but this is where we're standing in Ohio. Now, as far as the average rent goes, nationally, it's just over $1,700 per month. With Ohio, we are basically neck and neck with the mortgage. Our average rent in the Cleveland area is going to be at that $1,338. So it's basically a $50 difference. Is $50 higher for the mortgage compared to our current rent rates on average. So a few median home prices in the area, just to give you an idea. I picked out a few of the different more popular cities that are surrounding Cleveland itself for one of their suburbs. Brunswick is sitting at $300,000 currently. Strongsville came down. That could be because of less home sales that happened. 2023 was a pretty rough year as far as home sales go. One of the worst that we've seen, but they're down to $280,000. Westlake is sitting at $487,000. And then Brecksville, they are sitting at $492,000. These numbers are off of Redfin. You can check it out if you are looking for a different city, or you can contact me. I'll gladly let you know any information I can pull up on the surrounding cities in the Cleveland market area. And then when it comes to food, Northeast Ohio, believe it or not, is actually 5% higher than the national average. I was kind of shocked on that myself. Typically, we're lower as far as just about anything cost of living, but I'm sure you're feeling it as much as I'm feeling it. Food prices have gone up over the past year and a half. I mean, a dozen of eggs are ungodly expensive right now. But I personally I got 3 kids, a wife, so we're a family of 5. I personally spend about, let's just say like $700 on average every 2 weeks. Now my kids are younger. They're 7, 4, 2. Can't wait for the teenage years when they really start eating us out of a house. But That's what I'm typically spending is $1,400 per month. Now, I do my shopping at Costco and at Meijer is where we go for grocery shopping. We have other alternatives. There's, Aldi, Giant Eagle, Heinen's, we got Whole Foods. I mean, you name it. There's so many different places you can go. Mark's. And everybody is priced differently. But personally, from my standpoint, Costco, Meijer, I'm spending about $1,400 per month on food. That's including meat for a family of 5 with younger kids, not teenagers. So as far as healthcare goes, we're basically right on par with the national average. We're only 2% lower than the national average. So it's not that big of a difference. I pulled a couple numbers. The national average for a doctor visit is $155 per visit. And then here is $123. Like I said, not that far off, not a big difference. And then a PPO plan monthly is currently at $482 here. And then the HMO plans are a little over $500 at $507 per month. But I also want to note that one of the perks of being in the Cleveland, Ohio area is it is home to one of the best hospitals in the world with the Cleveland Clinic. So keep that in mind too if you're planning on relocating here or if you just want to stick around. As far as transportation goes, Northeast Ohio is 6% lower than the national average. Believe it or not, Ohio actually is one of the cheapest states for fuel. I didn't know it either until I looked it up in case you didn't know. I knew we were pretty cheap compared to some other states that are out there, but I didn't realize that we are one of, I think there was maybe 8 states or so that were listed as some of the cheapest in the blue compared to some other places. But currently, as I'm making this video, our gas prices are $2.50 a gallon. The national average is sitting at $3 a gallon. And when it comes to auto insurance, we're even cheaper on that. The national average is $168 per month. We are sitting at $133 per month. It's not a big difference, but it definitely adds up in the long run if, over a course of the 12 months. And then the average commute nationally is 8,466. That's per year. And then it is 6,745 here in Ohio. So as you can see, the transportation is a little bit lower. It definitely helps. Fuel prices definitely help on a lot of different aspects here. Good services, things like that. Diesel, it's the way of moving a lot of different things with the semis. So it does definitely benefit to have cheaper gas prices to bring down that cost of living when you start factoring in the goods and services, transportation, anything that's going to require fuel itself. So that is a huge factor here. So there you have it, guys. That is a few things I wanted to point out for the cost of living in Cleveland, Ohio. And as you can see, with everything across the board with the exception of food being below the national average, especially the housing being so much lower, 17% in Ohio and 6% in the Cleveland area, it is actually a great financial move to either come here or stay here. Northeast Ohio is excellent financially for your pocket. If you want to know more information about a specific city with the cost of living, or if you're just looking to get any more information on this market area, again, I have a calendar link down below in the description. Plus, I have all my contact information. You can call, text, email, any day, any night. I am happy to help you out however I can. Also, don't forget, hit that like button for me. That'll greatly help my videos out. Comment if you have anything that you want to add to this. And also, please hit the subscribe button. I got plenty more amazing videos coming your way. With that, we will catch you on the next one.